following announcement has been paid for by the New World Order.
What up, y'all? It's the Jokerz Gallery right here on the Faygo Lovers Network. Another edition of 5 Piece coming at you today. Today we're going to talk about the Opaque Brotherhood from Dark Lotus. Before we get into that, introduce the panel right here beside me. Got the host of Clout podcast, Mr. Mike Sears.
What's good, y'all? Mike Sears, Clout podcast. Jokerz Gallery, 5 Piece, Bender Boy shit. You know the vibes.
Mike battling that indica tonight.
Big facts.
Got Luke down there throwing the punches for it. Speaking of, directly below me, you got the Larry King of the Underground representing that Trife Life for Life, Luke the Goon Management, and LOOOOOOOOOOTUS. Mr. Luke the Goon. A lot of Luke the Goons in that fucking intro.
I know. Sucker free. Rest in peace, Pat Stay. He was a fucking legend. Go check out some of his battles in fucking King of the Dot. Shit was fire. Let's see. Dean has a new record coming out. Voodoo Frankenstein. Go to armytheheartless.com. Noise doesn't have anything, but go check out his shit anyway. Noisetown.com. And joining our guest, since he's already here, I don't got to plug all of his shit. The King of Dark Energy, performing at Night of the Zooligans on October 1st. And actually Nasty Bash here in a couple weeks at Carl's Tavern. I think it's September 21st, maybe something like that. I don't remember the exact
something
date.
like that.
But anyway, S.O.N.
Abyss walking the shadows in my feet. The sins of your deceit is everything I eat. Eternally I feast on souls and fresh meat. Smile with sharp teeth and become the horn beast. Vile, disgusting, filthy and rusting, spreading like disease in a third world country. There's no stopping what already's been done. The blessing has been bestowed. We are legion, we are one. I'm not the one to test, so don't try. I am just a cat's eye and it grants me 9 lives. Shoot me 99 times, then I bleed the divine. Unfazed by time, I'm aligned with the hive mind. I walk in, set fire to the Vatican as I invoke the power of the spirits they combat. Singing ancient tomes in Latin, levitating while I'm rapping. I am he, I am we, I am me, now let it happen. Locusts swarm from inside the cathedral as I sit in meditation, holding a scarab beetle. I watch the abyss as it spreads amongst the people, asking only one question: am I evil? Everything violence, I legion, high mind multiplying.
Legion. What up, y'all? Thank y'all for having me. I appreciate it.
Hell yeah, man.
God.
I know whenever you put out the album, everybody, or at least us, we're like, man, it's got some Dark Lotus vibes to it. So I'm figuring that you had some Dark Lotus in your past that kind of influenced that a little bit. So we had to have you on a Dark Lotus show.
Yeah, that's honestly the whole reason I even agreed to do it is because, man, like, I'm going to be real. Like, I don't think, like, outside of Insane Clown Posse itself, I don't think anything influenced me more musically. Like, Lotus has just always been my shit, specifically Tales from Lotus Pod, but I'm excited to come on here and talk with y'all. It's going to be fun.
Oh, yeah. Before we get into that, last week we talked about the best EPs of all time in the underground. Before we get into our list of this week, we're going to look at the viewers list. I think we got a couple of them that checked in with their opinions. What you got, Luke?
Yeah, see Johnny Bays. I thought it said Blaze. All right, Bobby's got, or he doesn't have numbers, so I'm assuming this is, I don't know what order he has, but he's got Terror Wheel, Blaze Your Dead Homie, Mirror Mirror, Tunnel of Love, and Backdoor Riders.
Backdoor Riders, I don't think I mentioned last week, so I wanted to bring that one up. That's a dope ass EP, man.
Yeah, this shit was funny.
Ass fucking.
What was the EP you sent us the files for, Mike? What's that shit called?
Limited Edition 04. That's just fire. Riders Don't Dance and all that shit.
Yeah, somebody brought that one up in the comments, so I wanted to mention that shit too, because people were saying that's a slept on EP. You sent it to us, man. That shit's fire.
Shout out to SoSeek. I've been looking for fucking years for that. Jesus.
All right, next one. Young Che. We've had that motherfucker brought his comments up before. So number 5, Gmoski 8-Bit Filth. Number 4, ICP Terror Wheel. Number 3, Mars with Mars Attacks. 2, Tunnel of Love. And number 1, Wizard of the Hood.
I never take into account that Wizard of the Hood is an EP.
There was that's what I was kind of thinking between that and Mirror Mirror. Like Mirror Mirror should be an LP. It's so fucking long, but it's considered an EP. It's weird. So I put it eligible. It was up on the back last week, so go ahead and put that on there. We had Gmo 8-Bit Filth up on the back last week too, so I put that up there because somebody had that in their top 5. That's a dope ass EP as well.
Hell yeah.
Go ahead and move it into the Lotus talk some Opaque Brotherhood. We always talk about the first time we heard about the album or the group itself. For me, man, I didn't have the internet until fucking 2009 when smartphones came out. So from like 2001 till 2009, I ain't had no internet. So as soon as I got my first fucking iPhone, like the very first one that came out in 2009, like I hit up like all the fucking Juggalo sites. Most of them that I remembered from back in the day that we'd be bringing up from like the Angel Fire days wasn't still around. But I found like Fago Lovers, of course, and shit like that. And then found out Dark Lotus had the fucking Opaque Brotherhood that was out. So I immediately, it was the first, what was it? The iPhone, like Apple Store or whatever. The first ever fucking LP I bought off that shit was Opaque Brotherhood and downloaded it directly to my fucking iPhone and started bumping that shit. What about you, Mike?
First time I heard about Opaque? It's at clownposse.com, I think. I think my shorty had like a laptop and I was on that big. I didn't have a computer either to 09.
Yeah.
So either my boy PJ hit me up with some news or if a bitch had a laptop or something, that's when I found out. So yeah, then I got the CD shortly after that. And I think this CD came with like tickets to the gathering or something like that. I want to say like every
it came with the cards, and then you could have got the tickets to the gathering.
Yep, there you go, G. Yep.
Oh yeah, that's dope.
Remember that?
Yeah, all these peasants that didn't have the internet until 2000.
Even when I had it back in the day, I had web TV. I didn't really have a computer. I had like web TV.
Bro, you gotta put like the web TV shit here because it was fucking hilarious back in the day, bro.
Hell yeah.
But yeah, I mean, I'll be honest, I don't remember when I heard about Opaque Brotherhood. It would have been online. This is my answer for a lot of these when we do these. It's like I was like, horrorcore.com forums, fucking insaneclownposse.com, realjuggalos.com, Fago Lovers. It would have been online at some point.
You was one of them privileged juggalos that had the internet back then.
Well, what was cool about it, like when I'm pretty sure they dropped the news that the new Lotus record was coming out like a surprise. Like it was out of fucking nowhere. And I think what was cool about back in the day is like even if you didn't have the internet, if you had a clique of ninjas, somebody had the fucking internet. You know what I'm saying? So like you caught wind of what the fuck was going on by like second party, and it helped build community and shit. Yeah. But I think that's what happened with me, because I'm pretty sure that the homie Travis is the one that told me that it was coming out, and I was super excited about it.
Yeah, that's dope. Talking about like the word of mouth back in the day. It's why they had the ICP fan club, man. They'd send out those flyers, and if your homie didn't get that fucking mailing the same day that you did, you take it over to him and be like, look at this fucking shit, Shockumentary, and it's like a Shockumentary flyer or like a Tunnel of Love fucking promo or shit like that. So yeah, that's like back in the day, that's how they spread the word for sure. And in this in this era, you had to have the internet because like that had kind of died out. Like they weren't doing the fucking flyers through the mail and shit. So the only way you really could hear was fucking juggalos that fucking had the internet that would tell the other ones.
Yeah, the messengers.
Straight up. Go ahead and get into our top 5 songs from the album. I'll start off at the 5 spot for me with Hot Poison.
Introduction of a parts unknown. With the powers in it all like old Jim Jones. I walk the dark side with both eyes closed. Down below I'm known as the unexplainable. Coming to my home when I choose. Coming to my porch. So you different realms as I open up different doors. Hold on to your horse, cause you're both sinking. Faces building up, cheeks when I'm speaking. I'm still no more blood sipping. No matter type A, yo, I'll be I ain't tripping. I got a thirst like a curse. You can go till I'm tapping the body part. The home of where it goes. One drop will consume you, two forever doom you. Standing over the body as we drink on the voodoo. Mixed with the demons and ghouls, make me a cluster. Eat whatever goes in the body. Here we go. Underneath the mortuary, bumping this shit. Hot poison. They built the pyramids while bumping this shit. Hot poison. Way up on the mountain top, they bumping this shit. Hot poison. When it comes to wicked bitch, you know we the shit. Cause this is Lotus. Dark fucking Lotus. Everybody right there, let me see it like this. First I walk into a room, leaving freezing cold. First you get a bloody nose and your head will explode. We will spike you, break your spine in 5 places. Tattoo bracelets and masks for pretty faces. Other than a minute, the Lotus has been submitted on the mind. It's up again, the 7 new and repeated. Takes up on the 7 side. Makes a fun pet with the pentagram as a reminder playing on your head. Open like an entrance, knows who will ever survive for any skeptic. And some of this it's fact and blood. Come ahead and explode. Go on a pellet of word as a blood clot. Me plus 4 more venomous rails. We reablaze her the same way it was rolled. We didn't blame shit in this shit. We were chosen. Now come on here, bitch, and feel this hot poison. They underneath the mortuary, bumping this shit. Hot poison. They built the pyramids while bumping this shit. Hot poison. Way up on the mountain top, they bumping this shit. Hot poison. When it comes to wicked bitch, you know we the shit. Cause this is Lotus. Dark fucking a psycho who likes to leave boats without a go. Mostly in your home when you're thinking you're not alone. Operate like a ghost and disappear with your soul. Rip this fucking tongue out, cut its belly open, cock ropes and fell out. While we stomped them all. With Jimmy, Joey, Coley, and Chris. Ain't no wicked shit like this. They underneath the mortuary, bumping this shit. Hot poison. They built the pyramids while bumping this shit. Hot poison. Way up on the mountain top, they bumping this shit. Hot poison. When it comes to wicked bitch, you know we the shit. Cause this is Lotus. Dark fucking Lotus. Cause this is Lotus. Dark fucking Lotus.
Dark fucking load. It's just like a staple of this entire album is like the almost chanting that they do, man. It seems like they really figured out what they wanted Lotus to be with this album. The chorus of the they underneath the mortuary bumping this shit, and you got the hot poison. They built the pyramids while that shit's dope as shit, man. Like the choruses and the hooks and the chanting on this album, that'll be like consistently brought up on my list. Is just how dope it is and just how much it stands out from everything. It's like Lotus fucking had a persona now. Like they had something to build on, and I think this song starts it out perfectly. Like I said, with the fucking drawn out Lotus chants and shit. So I'll put Hot Poison at the 5 spot.
Oh yeah, love that song. All right, this probably a 5-piece first for me, but I got the intro at my 5 spot.
The season of the Lotus is once again upon us. Thus emerges the Brotherhood Opaque, 5 petals of the Lotus, which symbolize both creation and divine birth. Its perfect flower grown without sunlight represents the enlightenment of which the juggalo soul aspires. We come to pollinate your monastery. 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 Your big brotherhood, and we darker than your nightmare. Your big brotherhood, and we darker than dawn. Your big brotherhood, and we darker than your nightmare. Your big brotherhood, and we darker than dawn. 5 petals of the Lotus. We come to pollinate your mind. We stay evolving. 5 petals of the Lotus. 5 petals of the Lotus. We come to pollinate your mind. We stay evolving. 5 petals of the Lotus. Your big brotherhood. We come to pollinate your monastery. 5 petals of the Lotus. Your big brotherhood. We come to pollinate your monastery. 5 petals of the Lotus. Your big brotherhood. We come to pollinate your monastery. 5 petals of the Lotus. Your big brotherhood. We come to pollinate your monastery.
It ain't really a song, but that fucking chanting, blaze that become the pollinate your pod. Becoming darker than your nightmares, and we're darker than dog. That shit is fire, bro.
Yeah.
That's why I had to be my number 1, man. That shit is the 5 petals of the Lotus. That harmonizing.
Yeah.
Complete fucking crack. Love that shit, man. Amazing. And the world is so wicked. Oh, man. Yeah. That's my number 5, dog. That intro is so fire to me.
Yeah.
So that's my number 5.
I remember like they did that shit on fucking Echo Side, and like that shit gave me chills whenever they did that fucking shit on there. And then when I heard that intro, I was like, damn, man, this is like some Echo Side shit right here. And Echo Side is my favorite Lotus song of all time. So as soon as I heard that shit, man, I was in on this album.
Stay evolved. Oh man, dumb.
Yeah, I probably would have put that on my list if I'd like thought about it or even like included it. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, it's a dope choice to put that on there because that shit's fucking fire.
All right, my number 5. We're probably gonna be talking about this song again. It's "Can You Keep a Secret."
Try the body up in the house like a post. Cut the body up in the pieces just a store. And drag the body like a poster. It's like a poster. Peter head to a smash like a poster. So on top car crash like a poster. In a tub I relax it like a toaster. I cook his eyes in a frying pan like a poster. Left his head laying in his lap like a poster. Clean the mess up with a mop and some bleach. And remove every one of his teeth like a poster. You keep a secret. Whispers in my ear. Say I knew was the dope. Keep it secret. Can you keep a secret? Whispers in my ear. I knew as they tell me what. Keep it secret. The blood is gonna play like a poster. Just wish harder than the days like a poster. Picture with your blood in the vein like a poster. Now we can do it just the same. poster. Remove the head, hands, and the feet like a poster. Keep a jar on my sleeve like a poster. Stab myself to the beat like a poster. I walk on my seat on a creepy roller coaster.
It's my number 5 because I don't like that they rhyme "I'm posta" like over.
I thought that was flame.
I love that shit, man. I love how they say it, like I'm poster.
Like a poster. I mean, that's the whole song. Like they're just talking about like fucking doing crazy ass shit, like I'm poster. That's the whole fucking thing. The beat is super dope. But yeah, I mean that's all. I mean, I'm sure these guys are gonna talk about it later.
Oh yeah.
But yeah, it's just like crazy shit. Like leave the blood fresh on the blade, like I'm poster. My hatchet swings right under their face, like I'm poster. A picture with your blood on the page, like I'm poster. Just that's the whole shit. Man.
That's a style in rap that got popular like 10 years after this album was released. Like people started doing that shit in like mainstream fucking hip hop. So like they're a little bit ahead of like the mainstream curve on that one.
So flame.
I think my number 5 spot's probably gonna have to go to In Bloom.
We in bloom, many thoughts rearranging, pollens everywhere, there's a reason that we're changing. Flourishing, the rise in the new times, taking lives, nobody survives. You got your hatchet, throw it in the sky. 5 petals appear right before your eyes. Don't get attached to your head like a neck, cause I'll disconnect, dark floaters in effect. Rise out the water, burn the book's worst nightmare. Lotus petals blowing, take shapes up in the night air. Here they got a week in despair, didn't nobody care. Till they see the shadow breathing, now they all scared. Gone but not forgotten, they thought they leave us riding with the crosses on their faces as a symbol of the downtrodden. The dark Lotus return, the reason is the word. The season for the shepherd is now the lead the herd. This is the returning, everything you've tried to bury. In between a patch of roses makes the Lotus part, Lotus part. Winds of deadly ages makes the blood drip down the pages. In between the dying roses makes the Lotus part, Lotus part. Flourishing underneath the rays of the moon. The winds of change about the rains that bloom. The 5 disciples of the Lotus cross rise up from the swamp, seaweed, and moss. The time has come, our return is evident. Straight out of hell's hole or heaven sent, we in bloom. The haunting of the flower. Throw your DLs high and feel power. Metamorphosize for most change. I survive in the dark with no rain. Yeah, I'm gonna balance embedded inside of my brain, and all I can think of is how to continue to strain. I'm a listen in the past stones, hoping to latch on to pollinate anything with a mask on. Black rose is a sign of your death, when the sight of the Lotus meets death to the rest. This is the returning, everything you tried to bury. In between a patch of roses makes the Lotus part, Lotus part. Winds of deadly ages makes the blood drip down the pages. In between the dying roses makes the Lotus part, Lotus part. Lotus rises, I'm freezing so we know that it's time. Lotus rises, I'm burning so we know that it's time. Lotus rises, the water's rising so we know that it's time. Lotus rises, the gods are dying so we know that it's time. Lotus rises. Coming up to the ground like a corpse, but I'm not a corpse, of course. I'm a lotus in full blown petals made up of onyx to shoot through the dirt to regenerate. The sunlight flourish to bring doom upon us, suspecting affection to grow slow in the depths of the stagnant water down below. Somewhere where the lights don't shine at all, we awaiting the watery tomb for them to call. This is the returning, everything you tried to bury. In between a patch of roses makes the Lotus part, Lotus part. Winds of deadly ages makes the blood drip down the pages. In between the dying roses makes the Lotus part, Lotus part.
In Bloom is just such a good like starter track, man. Like I know Mike said the intro, and the intro is fucking gas too.
Yeah.
But the way it goes right into In Bloom, man. I remember, I can't remember, I think it was like 2011. I was at the gathering, and I was like a little late for the Lotus set. Me and my boy Kevin was running up, and we got up there, and they opened up with In Bloom, and I was freaking the fuck out. You know what I mean? We're like getting all hype and shit. And it was right before the breakdown comes on, where Madrox starts going in, like, this is the returning. I looked at Kevin, I was like, you ready? He was like, for what? And I fucking grabbed him and I threw this motherfucker, dude. And then I fell back and I hit every like space in the crowd. So I just kept falling back until I was like basically right up front. I'll never forget that shit. Yeah. In Bloom is just such a dope opener, in my opinion.
Yeah, perfect placement on that album to follow up that fucking intro like you're telling about with Mike. Fucking pick.
That and the motherfucking the hook is just hard. It makes me want to punch somebody in the mouth.
Facts.
Go up to my 4th spot with Heinous.
I step 1, 2, across the creaky floor. Spill some fucking blood, then I'm out the back door. Taking little trinkets, fingernails and pieces of skin. And follow my rituals of goat milk mixed with gin. Stir it together, going down, my eyes roll back. I'm chasing that dragon, but it's more like a hatchet attack. I'm peeking through windows, picking out the next clueless one. My fingers digging to her throat, what have I done? I sleep on a bed of sharpened knives and toss and turn until I bleed. I eat from the bread of chosen life, 1,000 ghosts alive in me. Wickedly, I'm heinous, everything I do is odious. I'm tired of the normalcy, total terror's my focus. I noticed that the knife won't just spell it out a name. To the average motherfucker can be a little extreme. So I take the bloody goals and underline it for an emphasis. Try to call me sick, but I'm seeing a horror specialist. So you wanna murder this show? That's right. And you wanna murder that? That's right. You should take a hit of this show. Why? Once they're dead, they're not coming back. Death is imminent when you're on the other end with your skull beaten by the wrong side of the ball pen. Blood pours out from the split up to my ankles in it. All over hammer and grip, and so it slips. Discarded for the use of a rusty crowbar. To the horror of the coroner who is forever scarred. The terror I inflict is often described as heinous. My history about it spreads out to leave them nameless. Like a shell shot from all the blood that you saw. Stained in the walls and I surround you and it spreads in the hall. It's even dripping from the ceiling inside. You get this feeling that the criminal's still creeping. That's because I'm right behind you. Growing the gullet from your stomach to your mullet. Split you clean like antelope and let your neighbors know what done in America's most wanted for crimes against humanity. Heinous in the evilest form in the insanity. So you wanna murder this show? That's right. And you wanna murder that? That's right. You should take a hit of this show. Why? Once they're dead, they're not coming back. So you wanna murder this show? That's right. And you wanna murder that? That's right. Once they're dead, they're not coming back. That shit you callin' wicked is for kids and cheerleaders. This heinous shit right here is for demonous flesh eaters. It's raining blood in my bedroom. A wet, bloody red snake slither through my ear holes in and out of my head. God damn it, it's back. A violent panic attack. I'm schizophrenic and demonically I'm manic depressed. I'll stick an axe in your chest. I'll kick some cracks in your neck. I'll beat you into chunks like you was in a plane wreck. Heinous. So you wanna murder this show? That's right. And you wanna murder that? That's right. You should take a hit of this show. Why? Once they're dead, they're not coming back. So you wanna murder this show? That's right. And you wanna murder that? That's right. Once they're dead, they're not coming back.
So you want to murder this, y'all, and you want to murder that. Like, that shit's just so dope, man. It's like, I don't know, it's like ICP mixed with Bone on some of this shit. And being a Bone fan, man, I was immediately fucking drawn to it. Violent J has like my favorite like verse in it. The shit you call wickeds for kids and cheerleaders. This heinous shit right here is for demonous flesh eaters.
It's gas, bro.
Yeah, like Jay got into his dark fucking phase on the Lotus albums, man. He always came with it. The beat, man, it just makes you feel uneasy right from the jump to go along with the lyrics. Like if Anxiety had a fucking sound, it'd sound like this fucking backing beat to this track. It works perfect for the fucking Lotus vibe they were going for. So for me, it'd be Heinous at the 4th spot.
Yeah, that's just fire, bro.
Yeah, Violent J, man, schooled this album. A lot of the hooks he's like performing on. I'm sure he wrote a lot of them. And then, like I said, I think his verse in this song right here is the best. So he was fucking shining. And Lotus ain't one of his favorite things. So like, I think like this is when like Jay figured out Lotus to where what he wanted to do with it and whatever. That's why I think this is the album where it all came together. So Heinous at the faux spot.
I think Jay kind of does the opposite of like what we were talking about backstage, where Jay, when he was doing these side projects, he got really excited about them. Like, I don't know if it was because he got to do something different than like Joker's cards and shit, but it seems like we talk about a dump, and when he comes in on dumping, it's like, what the fuck? Like, blows your wig back, sets the stage for riders. So I think he just got hype for these side projects.
It's like Tempest era, I had a Storm era, so I'm not a big fan of that shit. So I was happy as fuck when this shit dropped, dog.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So
yeah, with that era, like this is definitely a reminder of what the clowns could do whenever they're on that fucking wicked shit. That's a good point. I didn't think about that.
So my number 4 is like a bonus cut. You can get the deluxe on like streaming services now, so you know it ain't hard to find. I got During in Eclipse.
During an eclipse. The gates are 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 during an eclipse. You can jump through time. Portals to another life are easy to find. Swamp water rises, bodies float to the surface. Bats fly into walls on purpose. Spattered blood, nuns become suicidal. Countdown to Armageddon, await the arrival. The hair on a cat's back stands up straight. You think you're ready for it, but you're way too late.
When the eclipse hits, you better give me the slip, cause fangs grow past my lips. I get mad hairy and shit. My back splits through my shirt like the Incredible Hulk. And fuck your little chicken coop, it's humans I'm stalking. You can hear me howling at the moon for miles around. The most horrific sound making your eardrums pound. Blacked out all night to the early morning sunbeams, and I woke up butt naked in a pile of bloody leaves.
During an eclipse.
Hurry up, this won't last.
Better jump through fast. The gates are during an eclipse.
Hurry up, this won't last.
Better jump through fast. The gates are during an eclipse.
Hurry up, this won't last.
Better jump through fast. The gates are during an eclipse.
Hurry up, this won't last.
Better jump through fast. The gates are stuck now. What do I do? My skin's burning and bubbling. Hoping that I can find me a little cover and hide me from the sun, cause it just turned black like a contact placed in the eye of a maniac. I got an axe and a reason to relapse my reaction to the facts. And you better lock your doors until the sun comes back. You got lucky cause the moon just passed, cause I was about to murder that ass. What you like that? The moon blocks the sun out, the freaks come out, littering the streets up like roaches in the house. And in the middle of the shit I got the pop on lit, and they dance around chanting as they pray in the end. The ritual's habitual, happens every eclipse. This thing that pavement red with the blood of the rich. Always praying and looking for a sign at the end, and when it doesn't come, wait for it to happen again. During an eclipse.
Hurry up, this won't last.
Better jump through fast. The gates are during an eclipse.
Hurry up, this won't last.
Better jump through fast. The gates are during an eclipse.
Hurry up, this won't last.
Better jump through fast. The gates are during an eclipse.
Hurry up, this won't last.
Better jump through fast.
I'm the eclipse like the Fxckin in front of the sun. Stay deep like 6 feet. I'm GU under the earth. I'm busting caps at whoever don't wanna die. Cause when the dark comes, if they live in the light, kiss them goodbye. I'm the 13th one, the dark Lotus purebred. With a graveyard of skeletons buried inside my head. In the backyard of my mind, I play with the dead. Till the eclipse comes and it's time to bury them again.
During an eclipse.
Hurry up, this won't last.
Better jump through fast. The gates are during an eclipse.
Hurry up, this won't last.
Better jump through fast. The gates are during an eclipse.
Hurry up, this won't last.
Better jump through fast. The gates are during an eclipse.
Hurry up, this won't last.
Better jump through fast. The gates are during an eclipse.
Hurry up, this won't last.
Better jump through fast. The gates are during an eclipse.
Hurry up, this won't last.
Better jump through fast.
That shit's fire. Yeah, during the eclipse. During the eclipse. All fire, like I said, the previous show. And Lotus, like, especially Mono, he changed his voice like this demon type voice. It's fucking flames. And then Madrox comes in with my favorite verse. I'm the eclipse like the fat kid in front of the sun. That shit's fire, bro. Such a good track. Those fucking 3 bonus tracks are just as good as the album cuts. So, yeah, I gotta put During and Eclipse on my 4th spot. That shit is fire. Love that song.
Yeah, Mike with a Luke the Goon cheap right there, you know. I didn't put any of the bonus tracks on mine.
Yeah, I noticed whenever I was listening to it this week, there's like a deluxe edition on Tidal. So yeah, it's definitely like available pretty much worldwide if it's on Tidal. It's definitely on Spotify.
Yeah, it's on Spotify.
I own damn near every psychopathic release except that one. I never had that shit, dog. Like, it was a Tur exclusive, then it came on Hatchet Gear. It didn't last long. Could never get my hands on it, but I got the download for life now, so fuck it. Fire.
Oh, life. Okay, I had to do the for life. Okay, we're on number 4, right? All right, number 4. I have Keep Up.
Hanging upside down, tired ankles of wrist. No evidence, no forensics left. Test me all you want. It's only one judge, never my death. Sure as fuck, it's you and your capo. I'm thinking my back for my Canadian travel. I roll that rope, the fire opens like cuts. I be walking right through that motherfucker for certain. My eyes are closed, hypnotized by professionals. Headed from mental confessional. Twisted curl inside, looking for answers. Why I become such a cancer. Romance, and I play so hard to find. You get in the rest, manipulate my mind. Really, I'm trying to get chased here and that, and it happens every time all worlds collide. Running through the fire, daring you to follow me. Running through the fire, daring you to follow me. Keep up, come on and keep up. Keep up, come on and keep up. Keep up, come on and keep up. Keep up. I'm running through the fire like a bird of asbestos. They think I'm turning evil cause I'm I'm living like a convict without no sentence. I'm hot like the human torch without no question. Catch me if you can't stand the heat. Cause I'm coming out the kitchen giving birth for the greed. Get your age man and get an elevator for the barbecue. The closer to the Lotus the fire because I'm part of you. Walk with me through flames. Top hat cane, a stroll and blood burn. I stepped into the mirror and I'm off my reflection. Cause I'm a one of a kind, no exception. Follow me and see the world we grow through an opaque prism and I stay alone. We blow 5 petals of a Lotus flame. Keep up unless you can. Running through the fire, daring you to follow me. Running through the fire, daring you to follow me. Keep up, come on, keep up, keep up, keep up, keep up, keep up, keep up. With such force and the fire course, cross dimensional gateway, just a sport. Jump into a mind and once I am inside, destroy through life and pounces in a trap. The pain, all of the is all like the same on the sense of my last friend. Lost to the blue again. Move on to the next victim. When outside, you can set your whole life on something you never find. Running through the fire, daring you to follow me. Running through the fire, daring you to follow me. Keep up, keep up, keep up, keep up, come on and keep up. Keep it going, all the way to the motherfucking back. Keep up, keep up, keep up, keep up. Hell yeah, keep up, keep up.
fire, bro.
I just love the fucking hook on this. The fucking running through the fire, daring you to follow me. It's just fucking dope. And the beat is like, it's almost kind of like a rock track, almost kind of. I don't know how to describe the beat on that shit. There's some weird. They use some weird samples or some like weird effects on it. Just a dope fucking song. Like I said, like the big thing for me is hooks. And I love the fucking hook on this track because, like, nowadays, like, there's a lot of hooks that just completely kill a song for me. But, like, you put a fucking killer ass hook on a song, and, like, the verses can be, like, so-so. But if the hook is dope, I get that shit stuck in my head, and it don't fucking matter. So, number 4, Keep Up.
Keep Up.
Keep Up was dope. I think my number 4. I think I'm gonna have to go with the Opaque Brotherhood title track.
Of a dying free salt of the earth. Police have been hated by the church since birth. Banned and forgotten was the prophet and the prophecy. The Opaque Brotherhood, they label it hypocrisy. Like a lost practice of the Celtic crime stricken from the book, so they think it won't survive. But the call, the Brotherhood Opaque is too strong. Time to write another chapter, we've been gone far too long.
Look once, you see a flash like a shadow. Make it a double take, your wife gets left a widow. Dark Lotus kinda like a boxer's fist. 5 of us packed together, covered up and ready to hit. We turn bodies to souls, souls to black mist. The devil's most cleverest trick is to make you think he don't exist. We opaque, translucent, an eternal brotherhood. A secret society buried deep up in the woods.
Opacity basically means that you can't see the brotherhood of 5 elements. We get deadly, be handy. Throw it at the devil, call it wicked. Knee deep in the cloudy water, see a lotus, never pick it. Conflicting my thoughts of life and death and in between. And if you're true, psycho schizo, then you knowin' what I mean. As we march in a procession down the long and winding path. Skeleton hand for a compass, dead skin for a map.
Even on a sunshiny day, I'm grimy, I can't find my way. Untie me, I don't mind the hate. It reminds me I'm of time and space. 5 nomads, followers of no fads. Lotus stem rises up above the petals of grass, which was once overtowering, now we overpowering. Planting our seeds for whatever tomorrow brings. Separated and laughed at from most kinds. I stood firm on my own too and passed by. My middle finger in the air because I'm that guy who don't give a fuck to watch each and every one of y'all die. Now put that signal in the sky and let them know that I'm a Lotus and brotherhood is the life. And if we grow and keep the focus, the stronger we're gonna get. And no longer can we forget all the power that we can shift.
That's a slept on track in my opinion. That motherfucker is. Everyone has heat ass verses in that, and the beat is just so. It's kind of like what Jokerz Gallery said. Like it's anxiety inducing. That it's fucking delirium. You know what I mean? And I feel like if Lotus ever wanted to nail like almost a Lovecraftian vibe to their shit, bro, like that was the song that did it. Like that fucking skeleton dead skin for a map, fucking skeleton hand for a compass, dead skin for a map. That shit's, I don't know, it's just gas. I think it was good for the title track too because it fit the vibe of the entire record into one song.
Yeah, that makes me think of like Bang Pal Boom, how they encapsulated everything the album was about into that title track too.
Shit was dope, man. They're pretty good at that. So number 4 would be Opaque Brotherhood.
I'll move it up to my 3 spot I already talked about by Luke. Can you keep a secret? And funny enough, in my notes, one of the things I got, I like how they end every fucking line with poster. So I'm completely on the opposite side of that shit, man. The chorus once again stands out. Can you keep a secret? There's whispers in my ear. And then the next lines I do is they tell me, kind of like whispered in like a fucking like Jonathan Davis style fucking delivery. So that shit's fucking dope. And like I talked about with the like I'm poster fucking lines. Caught her all alone in her home like I'm poster. Tied her up with cords from a phone like I'm poster. Now I got this freak on a leash like I'm poster. Speaking of corn, there you go. So yeah, like just the way that they all fucking end it. And they don't just say sposta or sposta. It's like poster. It's like fucking got some fucking grime on it. So I'll definitely put Can You Keep a Secret on my list. It'd be at the 3 spot.
I like that in one of the verses, Jay switches it up and talks about an actual poster.
I want it poster.
Yeah, like a wanted poster. It's like, all right. I see you, Jay.
My number 3, this song means a lot to me because at this time, I'll get to the subject matter once I say the song. Follow the Leader.
Like Xerox machines, stop it. Like mindless machines, drop it. Put us down, find a new topic. You're wicked, you're so bloody. Don't stop, there bleed all our money. You think they're all just dummies? I don't find it one bit funny. Transcripts hidden in advancement. Last hit jet finding my Atlantis. Can't miss giving something a back with, but I'm throwing something nobody could have imagined. Magnified by intertwining eyes who patronize my likeness and pray for my demise. I despise anyone who decides to live a life of fakeness, imitating the greatest. They all are so far behind. You can't duplicate one of a kind. We're so ahead of our time. Follow our lead into the spiral. We're ahead of our time. Follow our lead into the spiral. We're ahead of our time. Follow our lead into the spiral. We in a pole position while you studying composition. The competition copy blueprints to see what's missing. Like a game assignment says, but I never said Simon. It splats a little pain in their face and start rhyming. Your definition of MC is most crafty in line from my latest CD. So you can chat me, I'm not the hero, I'm the one they all hate. Rescind and recapture everything that you emulate. When I drop rhymes, I'm kept away. My spit burns flesh like pepper spray. Your scalp and your skull will separate. The Opaque Brotherhood, 5 all-time greats. Follow the leaders if you can fit in. Don't dabble with black magic, it ain't pretend. Put your Ouija away, you'll know what to do. There's a lot of evil on the other side walking through. They all are so far behind. You can't duplicate one of a kind. We're so ahead of our time. Follow our lead into the spiral. We're ahead of our time. Follow our lead into the spiral. We're ahead of our time. Follow our lead into the spiral. Between us and then we leave y'all following. Cause y'all know that y'all fake like some collagen. Come again, poison I be swallowing. Becoming immune because we building up a tolerance. No apologies, we
meant that shit. Dark Lotus representing, protecting the blueprint. So if you follow, I'ma lead you astray, and hope you copycats die every time the song plays. They all are so far behind.
You can't duplicate one of a kind.
We're so ahead of our time.
Follow our lead into the spiral.
Ahead of our time.
Follow our lead into the spiral.
Ahead of our time.
Follow our lead into the spiral. Follow our lead into the spiral. Follow our lead into the spiral. Follow our lead into the spiral.
And this is about dissing all those whack ass juggalo MySpace rappers type era, dog. I fucking love this shit. During I think the Toxic Territory, TwiZtiD was going off in an interview about this shit. Like, yo, only Doc Lotus can say whoop whoop and family and all that shit. They were going in. You know, psychopathic artists can say that shit. And they're just dissing the fuck out these dudes. Like, I was harassed by these motherfuckers back in the day. In public, at the Tombstone Territory, this dude kept trying to talk to the bitch. Tap me on the fucking shoulder and shit, like, yeah, annoying, bro. Fucking annoying. So I love this shit. Like Blaze is like, you say your definition of MC is most crappy. Fucking fire. It's like a line from a latest CD, so you can jack me. Love that shit. And Jay goes in, fire. When I drop bombs, I kept away. My spirit burns flesh like pepper spray. That shit is fucking fire. They're all killing it, just these whack ass MCs, bro. See, we weren't fucking in that era, nigga. Like, we weren't blessed with dope ass MCs like S.O.N. and Darby and shit like that. We just had straight trash for the most part. Like,
the underground used to be trash, bro.
I can do my best Madrox voice, dog.
It was like, as much as I talk about and I love the horrorcore.com like days, it was a lot of garbage in that shit, man. I know Mike's favorite duo from Michigan came from there, so.
Oh god, who's that?
The Bedlamites, bro. The Bedlamites.
Oh, garbage.
Beyond garbage, bro. I'm happy. That shit is trash.
Oh,
but yeah, there was a lot of stuff back then where it was just like, if dudes had a mic, like even it was like a game mic that just came out on their phone like this, they were recording shit. It was just like,
keep that shit
I like Prozac, but Bedlam sucked.
There was some dope shit like Lucifa were fucking dope, and that was like when KGP was coming up. Prozac was fucking dope. Like there was a little bit of shit back then. Like Project Deadman came out like kind of around those times, so there was dope shit. But there, like you had to wade through garbage back then.
When I had followed the leader, I was so happy. I'm like, that's speaking to me, though. Like, fuck these dudes, bro. I love every minute of it.
I remember Korn did the same thing. They named their album after that because everybody started sounding like Korn after Life is Peachy. They named their fucking third album Follow the Leader on the same fucking shit that ICP was on that.
Yeah. Yeah, they weren't lying. Fire, bro. I love that song.
Like half of the groups from back then would like disqualify themselves because they're painted up like clowns. It's like, man, there's already a group that does that pretty well. Like find your own fucking lane.
What's wild is like motherfuckers didn't take what they should have took from Psychopathic and ICP. They took their whole fucking gimmick and tried to replicate their sound like really badly. Instead of like being like, yo, I respect that hustle. I kind of admire the hustle. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna take the blueprint from that. These motherfuckers, like, you guys remember the Blue Clan?
I heard about them. Oh yeah.
Shit is trash, bro.
That was a fucking friend request after I deleted the motherfuckers, man. Shit is so garbage. Like, go chill at Wolfpack and them whack ass motherfuckers. Terrible, man. Like, yo, you hate that shit. Like Lee Carver said, learn how to be a motherfucking MC first before you spit the wicked shit, dog. I will say that forever on this fucking show.
Agreed.
I'm getting in my fucking bag right now, dog. Like, fuck you.
Mike having down fucking flashbacks. He about to start whipping CDs around and shit.
Yo, I fucking frisbee that shit and dare that nigga to do something, bro. He's like, all right. Well, yeah, he gets stomped out in this bitch.
Shit. Mike.
Terrible, man.
You get Mike rolling, he'll go, bro.
Straight up.
I like Mike. Mike the people.
Those whack rapper flashbacks cut right through that indica. Wait now.
It was like clarity. He started thinking about it like whoosh.
Motherfucker's sober.
That's great. But yo, y'all remember what that shit was like, yo? Like you get like 500 friend requests a day from these motherfuckers, man. I'm not puffy. I can't do nothing for you, bro. Like,
and they all use the same beats with the same tags on them.
Yeah.
Bro, I remember camping at the Gathering. Used to be like, if you camp by second stage, you'd hear the same beats like 7 times in one day. It's fucking terrible, bro.
Hey, yo, Jokerz Gallery, leave this shit. Don't edit this shit. Leave all this ranting in here. We need to hear this shit.
Oh shit! All right,
sorry, Luke. Go ahead, bro.
That's good. All right, my number 3 is Black Sand.
A black sandstorm is approaching the metropolis, sucking up sunlight, it moves on top of us. Beaches of black sand are littered with dead fish. Black sand deserts grow blood red cactus. Dust devils twist human bodies in half. Black sands down the hourglass, that's our ass. This ain't the past that we live in, we're not forgiven. It's death at the hands of the lands we've been given.
I burn incense, feel the essence of the black sand. The sight alone caused trauma to a mortal man. Smoke starts rising and images appear. My next victim's death replays over in the mirror. Great to black sand, the coming of your end. All you ever loved is now up here in wasteland. Lost forever and still you will descend. You're caught between light and dark within the black sand.
Black sand blowing in the sky. Funnels whipping by and surround you.
Turn to stone.
Black sand blowing in the sky. Funnels whipping by and surround you.
Turn to stone.
In the black sand, I draw a diagram, a mythical, imaginary, wondrous land where pharaohs once inhabited. Pyramids of ash till the sky ate the sun, turning everything to black. Night was eternal, no more shadow of the Sphinx. Ra, the sun god, that became extinct. Millions withered and died and turned to dust till the lightning hit the pyramids and everyone was crushed.
Black sand, portals end. Time for the Lotus to claim reign again. Cross-legged, I sit surrounded. Cops around him who block the world's end. Shots fired in my direction, but I'm protected by the black sands within. Now watch me disappear in the air so thin as I now begin the end of the world.
Black sand blowing in the sky. Funnels whipping by and surround you.
Turn to stone.
Black sand blowing in the sky. Funnels whipping by and surround you.
Turn to stone. In your face, black sand throne. Then my knife rips you open from your balls to your dome. Lotus roots planted deep down in this shit. When the petals bloom, that's when wigs get flipped. A whirlwind of darkness consuming your soul. Sand leaking out your ass, nose, eyes, and ear holes. Now you under these praying for your life. Too bad for your bitch ass, you just another sacrifice.
Black sand blowing in the sky. Funnels whipping by and surround you.
Turn to stone.
Black sand blowing in the sky. Funnels whipping by and surround you.
Turn to stone.
Close your eyes.
Turn to stone.
Close your eyes.
Don't look, turn to stone.
I fucking love it, especially like Blaze Your Dead Homies verse on this is so fucking dope. It's like, I burn incense, feel the essence of the black sand. The sight alone causes trauma to a mortal man. Smoke starts rising and images appear. My next victim's death replays over in the mirror. It's just like his whole fucking
That's
verse
gas.
is fucking fire.
That's gas.
Yeah, and it's got, like I said about the hooks, like The hook on this isn't my favorite, but it is pretty fucking dope. About the black sand blowing in the sky and shit. It's kind of I think the song is like about the end of times and the black sand is like engulfing everyone or some shit. I don't know. It's not really very clear, but dope fucking song. Like I said, Blaze's verse on this fucking seals the deal for me.
My number 3 spot is the same as Mike. Actually, it's gonna be Follow the Leader, and look. As an artist myself, right? Like, it's just a lot of respect out of that one because they put these motherfuckers in check. You know what I'm saying? Like, and what was funny is like these cats would bump the track and just act like they didn't understand what they were saying,
or it wasn't about them.
Yeah, like no, I completely agree. Dog, I think they all went on that one too, man. Like Violent J's like, when I drop bombs, I'm kept away. My spit burns flesh like pepper spray. You step on your stove, will separate. The Opaque Brotherhood, 5 all-time greats. I don't know, that shit's just fucking fantastic.
Yeah, Jay stands out on this album, man. He fucking connected to it and fucking knew what the vibe was supposed to be, and fucking even the way he's writing flows in this fucking thing just fits perfectly with the beats.
Yep, awesome. Like he's already like one of my favorite rappers, obviously, but like this album, he shined like a motherfucker, man.
Fuck yeah, dog. Straight piff.
I mean, we just talked about Hell's Pit a couple weeks ago with Darby, man, and it reminds me of that. Like, that's the Jay fucking just schooling all kind of, like, you know, just flexing record because he's all over it. He's got so many melodies on there that are dope, so it kind of reminds me of that.
That's, you know, Hell's Pit and Opaque Brotherhood have one thing in common to me, and that's, like, they're not my favorite Dark Lotus or ICP records, but statistically, I think they're the best. You know what I'm saying? Like, when you look at them, like, lyrically, like even just from a rap standpoint, like, they're like the prime example of what the clear vision for these groups was supposed to be were, like, done on those records, in my opinion.
That's how I am with, like, TwiZtiD. I think Most Tasteless is my favorite album, but I think their best albums, Abominations. Like, if I'm trying to, like, impress somebody by how it sounds, I'd play Abominations. But if I'm just going to bump some shit to have fun, I'm going to put on Most Tasteless.
Right. If I'm gonna throw on ICP, I'm gonna throw on Ringmaster. But like, if you try to impress somebody, you're gonna put on Hell's Pit. You know what I'm saying? That shit's wild as fuck.
I always went Riddle Box when I was trying to impress somebody with ICP for some reason, even though like most of the times I didn't like it. Should have went Malenko probably.
I think Riddle Box is Two Dopes coming out party. Like lyrically, he's bodying shit on there, bro.
For sure. Well, Shaggy, I think it took Shaggy a while to really come into his whole character. You know what I'm saying? Because he started off as a backup dancer. You know what I'm saying?
A hype man, basically. Him and his brother.
Shaggy 2 Dope kind of like everything else with ICP just kind of happened organically, which is beautiful.
Facts, brother.
And I mean, talking about how dope Jay is, now fucking Shaggy's my favorite rapper in ICP. That dude has stepped his game up. That dude stepped his game up for being a hype man to like from like 2017 on being the best fucking MC in the group, in my opinion. So he's still working on his game to this day, and you could tell. I think that solo record really gave him a lot of confidence because Juggalos loved that shit. He went out on that he went on that solo tour. People dug that shit. He performed at the Gathering at like 4 a.m. and that was like one of the livest fucking events of that gathering. So I think that whole era really fucking gave you some confidence, and he's like showing it now still.
You need a fucking solo album. You got that podcast and all that. Do a fucking solo record.
Agreed.
I wouldn't be surprised if we get one kind of shortly, especially if Jay's gonna work on the Walking Home series, which he's supposed to do like the whole 5 days, and then the weekend he's only got 1 day out. That gives Shags time to do some solo shit, hopefully.
I think Shags talked about he's building a studio at his place or something like that. So
oh shit, hell yeah.
I know Shaggy's way more open to work with motherfuckers too. Like when Shaggy did that little solo tour, he was doing hella collabs with people. Like pull up with the cash, he'll go to your studio, the whole nine.
Yeah.
He's just more open about the underground, in my opinion.
Yeah.
Joe's more reclusive.
Move it up to my 2 spot. It'd be Emblem. I already talked about the chorus once again, man. This is the return and everything you tried to bury in between a patch of roses makes the Lotus rise, Lotus rise. I mean, that's one of the songs you gotta fucking hear live because of that shit. You just chant along with it. Like I said earlier, man, the choruses are just written to the drum beat, to where it's like a chant you'd hear from like some kind of tribe in the fucking rainforest or some shit coming to kill your ass. Like a fucking cannibalistic tribes fucking got these same like beats with their fucking drums, and they just put it over fucking some fucking rap lyrics, man, and it worked so perfectly on this one. So like I said, I already talked about, so I won't spend too much time on it. Emblem at the 2 spot.
Yeah, that's my number 2 as well. I think like Jay's verse where he's like, throw your DLs high and feel power is fucking dope.
Yeah.
A lot of motherfuckers don't know what that even means, bro. Like, I know y'all do, but back in the day, you know what I'm saying? That shit, I remember screaming Lotus for like an hour after these cats was off the stage at the Gathering back in the day, dude. Like,
Lotus.
It's just there was a high to it, you know what I mean? Like,
yeah.
I don't know. That shit inspired me to do everything I'm doing now. I'll never not admit that shit was powerful.
It's like Blaze's verse on that, where he says that with the crosses on her face, that's a symbol of the downtrodden. Like he says it right in the fucking verse, bro.
Yeah, like I mentioned on Hatchet Rising in 01 when Jay took his mask off, dude was crying, screaming low. I was screaming with him. Lotus, screaming that shit. They're in Juggalo family, you feel me? Like,
yeah.
See those moments, like shit like that feeling. I feel like when ICP references God, that's what they're talking about. I don't think it's like some big like I feel like they see what's going on and it's just it's flabbergasting, man. It's wild that we even know each other. You know what I'm saying? But continue. I'm sorry.
It's all good, G. It's all good, bro. All right, my number 2 already mentioned, so I'm not gonna stay long with it. That Keep Up, fucking Flame. I love that song. Should have been like a fucking big single. We'll get to that later. But it should have been like a big single, you know, because that shit just has it written all over it. That Keep Up, running through the fire, man. So good. They all killed it lyrically. Great song. I think Luke of Jokerz Gallery broke it down lovely. So, yeah, I'll leave it as that.
You know what the best part of that song is, in my opinion, is when they break it down, they're like, follow us as we wind and turn and spiral on. It like switches out between members, bro. That shit used to give me chills, man. Like, I don't know. I love that shit.
That beat too, amazing.
Stupid dope.
There's so many Lotus tracks that could have been like fucking hit singles, like Mike talking about, that they didn't release. I think that kind of goes back to a little bit of like we're talking about with Lotus being so special. Lotus was like the answer to all the people that were fucking jumping on because of the dating game. Like Lotus, the only were fucked with the most hardcore of juggalos. Like the bitch listening to the fucking game show song ain't listening to Dark Lotus. So I think that's one of the reasons they kept it without being singles and pushing it. They just wanted the juggalos to hear that shit.
Well, the metaphor of the Lotus in the first place, man, like, I don't know, there's just nothing more juggalo than that. The idea of the flower that blooms in darkness, you know what I'm saying? The creative fucking, I don't know, free thinkers that like come out of isolation, I guess, you know what I'm saying?
Facts.
That's juggalo shit.
The mythology had to be good because of how good the fucking OG Joker card mythology was. So they knew they had to fucking knock it out of the park with Lotus, and they did.
For sure. My number 2 spot is going to be Trapped Inside.
By the pagans, this is my penance.
There must be some way out of this place.
How did I get here? What am I doing here?
There must be some way out of this place.
How did I get here? What am I doing here?
There must be some way out of this place.
How did I get here? What am I doing here?
There must be some way out of this place.
How did I get here? What am I doing here?
I've quit praying by this time, I've let it all go. It's something that'll never change. I already know, I roll my eyeballs back and take a look
did I get here? What am I doing here?
There must be some way out of this place.
How did I get here? What am I doing here?
There must be some way out of this place.
How did I get here? What am I doing here?
There must be some way out of this place.
How did I get here? What am I doing here?
There's no way for me, no way, no key I need for me. I'm trapped inside. No way for me, no way, no key I need for me. I'm trapped inside. So I'm drip, I'm laying on the table. I can feel them cutting me, I move but I'm unable. Hot tears pour from my eyes down my cheek. You can hear the beat from my vital signs, it's getting weak. Commotion, they must have removed the wrong organ. I overheard them saying I'll be dead by the morning. So now I'm trapped here waiting to die. Make peace with the beyond, close my eyes and say goodbye.
There must be some way out of this place.
How did I get here? What am I doing here?
There must be some way out of this place.
How did I get here? What am I doing here?
There must be some way out of this place.
How did I get here? What am I doing here?
There must be some way out of this place.
Let me escape. There's no escape, no way I can find. This is my time. My life. I'm trapped inside. No window ring, there's no moon to shine. This is my time. My life. I'm trapped inside. There's no escape, no way I can find. This is my time. My life. I'm trapped inside. No window ring, there's no moon to shine. This is my time. My life. I'm trapped inside. There's no escape, no way I can find. This is my time. My life. I'm trapped inside.
Trapped Inside don't get put into discussion a lot, but like it kicks off with a short verse from Madrox that I think is one of my favorites he ever spit. But that dark, cold, embryonic liquid surrounds me in the belly of decision. I kick the walls and they only bounce back, and my eyes won't open, so everything stays black. I kick harder, hoping just to break free, never realizing they can decide to abort me. And here alone in the flesh, you can find somebody set me free because I'm feeling I'm trapped inside. That shit is so dope, bro. I don't know, like just the concept of that is fire. I don't know, I just always loved that track since the first time I heard it.
That sounds like a
might be that. God, brother, my bad.
That sounds like a very Jamie Madrox style fucking song too. Just the lyrics and the title of the song too. So he definitely fucking latched onto that fucking song and wrote some fucking dope ass bars.
Yeah, I was gonna say Opaque might be their best album lyrically. Seriously,
Yep.
they are killing shit over there.
Yeah, I
Fucking
mean,
giant wicked shit Megatron.
Facts.
you think about it, like they're about to do Wicked and Bang Pow Boom. So I mean, they're coming back into form in this fucking era, and that's when they first started fucking popping for sure.
Fuck yeah.
It's hard to even hold a candle to that era of like Juggalo shit, in my opinion. As far as the music coming out, that shit, Opaque Brotherhood specifically too. It was just, oh man.
Yeah. Other than like the early era, like for sure, like you know the 98 to 2000, 2001 era was dope. But like outside of that, it would be like the 2008 to 2012 for me, as far especially with like just the family, everybody getting along and fucking gatherings being dope as shit and being packed, like 25,000 fucking juggalos there. So it was definitely the fucking dope ass era. And like I said, TwiZtiD and ICP kind of had a return to power with Wicked and Bang Pow Boom, so it kind of popped that whole shit off.
It was dope, man. It was dope. My first gathering was 2009. I haven't missed one since. And like I'll just like in the 10th annual was so fucking massive, and I've never seen it like that again. And I like my dream is always for it to get back like that at least one fucking time. And I think it'll take Lotus getting back together at least once for that to happen.
I was gonna say that the way that will happen is very tied into our topic today. It's a Dark Lotus fucking performance, and then you'll see 25,000 juggalos or more back at that motherfucker. Moving up to my one spot, already been talked about several times. Keep Up.
dripping blood, drooling necks, hanging upside down, tied ankles and wrists. No evidence, no forensics left. Chase me all you want until you want drugs under my death. Sure as fuck ain't chewing your gavel. I'm packing my bags for my Canadian travel. I pulled that rope, the fire open, slick curtains. I reroute them right through that motherfucker for certain. My eyes are closed, hypnotized by professionals, searching for mental confessionals. Twisted curl inside, looking for answers to why I become such a cancer. Necromancer, and I play so hard to find. The only way you can enter is manipulate my mind. Many have tried to give chase here and that.
We are juggalos. Bottom line, right there. That's it. We are everything. The guys in the crowd you see out there, all the girls out in the crowd, we are them. Only we got masks on.
This is the Juggalos' house. Motherfuckers, famous people, it don't matter. They get thrown out of here violently.
I'm living like a convict without no sentence. I'm hot like a human troll without no question. Catch me if you can't stand the heat, cause I'm blowing up the kitchen, giving birth.
You gotta like travel through the dark woods, into the campgrounds, you'll see some ill ass shit, man.
That running through the fire, daring you to follow me. That shit's so dope, man. Shag's like kind of delivers on the fucking verse here as far as my favorite one from the song. Dripping blood, drooling necks, hanging upside down, tied ankles and wrists. Like Mike was talking about, man, everybody just hit their fucking lyrical apex for this album, and it stands out on this. I've got it written down. This song hits the same way Echo's side did. Like I was talking about with the harmony and hitting shit, just gives you like cold chills on the back of your neck. So keep up at the one spot, man. There's also a breakdown of like just a fucking Lotus chant in the middle of the song. If the fucking lyrics and the hook ain't dope enough, you got a fucking chant in the middle of it. Ties in perfectly this album. I think this song like sums up what the album sounds like to me. When I think of this album, I think of this song. I know they always played it live. Like speaking of those gatherings, they play that shit live, and it'd be live as fuck whatever they play that shit. So keep up at the one spot for me.
Number one for me, already mentioned about Luke the Goon and Jokerz Gallery. That can you keep a secret, bro?
I left it chained up to the wall like a poster. Make sure their clothes are taken off like a poster. Probably never should have dug her up, but I was poster. I spent all night by her side to be coaster. Like a poster. Like a poster. Now I got the streak on the lead. Somebody toaster. I'm about to kill this bitch. I said what? And I knew as they tell everyone. Keep it secret. I can hear y'all. You keep a secret. Whispers in my ear. And I knew as they tell everyone. Keep it secret. Clap the body out of pad like a poster. Cover every guest so red like a poster. Clap the body out with a man like a poster. I told you I'm a killer. Spirits of the dead like a poster. All the nigga beat up what they said like a poster. Another make them clean indeed. I feel the need to take them out and single my feet like a poster. Keep it under my pillow like a poster. The several tongue of a widow named Rosa. She saw me chilling on a most wanted poster. I turned her body on a fire pit roaster. I cut the left finger off the right hand like a poster. Or my single off in his face like a poster. Disappear off in the night like a poster. Leave me right up here to retire like a poster. Keep a secret. Whispers in my ear. Every night I know that they tell me. Keep it secret. Can you keep a secret? Whispers in my ear. And I knew as they tell me. Keep it secret.
That whole poster theme and the shit they say, straight pure wicked shit, bro. Stab myself to the beat like I'm poster. Fuck on my seat on a wicked roller coaster. Creepy roller coaster. Yeah, Jake killed that shit. And then Jamie, I cut his eyes out of his head like I'm poster. Monoxide is fucking fire. Blaze, Shag, complete crack. Absolutely love that song. Number one with a bullet, bro. Like, can you keep a secret? Like, that shit is flame, bro. Pure crack.
That's one of them songs me and the crew would be bumping when we were about to go do some dirt back in the day. That should get you in the right mindset.
Thanks, bro. Soundtrack to Catching a Fucking Body. Lame.
All right, my number one actually hasn't been mentioned yet. It's Withered. I love these like more serious, like fucking whenever ICP do their more serious tracks or whatever. And this one's like, it's like what we were just talking about, like a Lotus reunion at the end of Jay's verse. Lotus is forever, and when it wilts away, its eternal roots are deep, forever here to stay. It's like,
This-
oh, bro, when you hear that, especially now when you hear
Now,
it, like,
yeah, now.
That's also my number one, man. And on some real shit, I was about to say it's almost like they predicted what was coming. Like, and I don't think they noticed it. And like, you know, I'll ramble on about spiritual shit forever, but fucking, I really do like feel like that song is just special, bro. Like, there's just something about it. The vibe is perfect, and it's like they predicted the situation with everything right now. And those roots that remain deep, those are us. You know what I'm saying? So like, I don't know. There's something about that track that just encompasses everything that was Dark Lotus.
Yeah.
Not even just the Opaque Brotherhood, but like the group in general. You know what I'm saying? The fans, us, like the inspiration, like all of it is in that one song.
At the end of Mono's verse, he says, "All praise to God for these other four."
Yeah.
It's like, I don't know, man. That whole fucking, I love that shit.
Madrox's verse on that joint is fucking iconic. Like, man. I don't know. Like, he's on that shit too. He was like, so many, he's like, Lotus in the water, so many to choose, and he decided to pick me. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't know. It's all up in that shit.
And that shit, like what Luke was talking about with him almost kind of predicting the end of Lotus or whatever. I mean, that's like just some shit that hits differently nowadays. Like, it didn't hit the same in 2008. Now it does. Looking back on it, it's kind of like whenever people talk about Tupac always predicting his own death, or Biggie or shit like that. Same thing. Like, they're like almost predicting that Lotus is gonna go away at some point or whatever. So yeah, looking back at it in 2022, it's totally different meaning to the song and importance. So that's a good pick.
That's also mine.
Before we get into the end of the show and close it out, always talk about 5 questions pertaining to the topic we're talking about. So let's go ahead and get into the 5 questions.
Why do these questions come to mind?
Question number 1, favorite Lotus lineup of all time?
I got Tales from the Lotus pile because Mars is straight piff.
Yeah.
That dude was ill as fuck. My favorite album on Psychopathic Records, period, is Tales. So
Me
yeah,
too.
I gotta go that Tales era. Mars is catching all kind of bodies on that album, bro. So yeah, the 5 is good too, but you add fucking Mars, it's incredible. So yeah, that Red Cross era was flame.
Yeah, I had the same thing. Like, that record's ridiculous, bro, and the impact it had at the time, man.
Wild. You know, bro, what's wild is like Mars was such like a come and go thing, right? But he had the hardest verse on Juggalo Family, which ended up being like one of the most fucking like pivotal songs of the culture.
Yeah, the dude that had been there the least and just kind of got stuck in there. It definitely had like the standout fucking verse from that song for sure.
I feel that shit. Every time I say that shit, I'm just like, ugh. You know what I'm saying? Start tearing up and shit.
I'll go with ICP and TwiZtiD from the Echo Side single. That's my favorite Lotus. So if I was saying anything else, it'd be Line. That's my favorite one. I'd like to have heard a Lotus album with just those 4. That's what it's supposed to be originally, and never got carried out. So I always wanted to hear that shit. And also, there was like a week that Esham was supposed to be with him in that. And if that would have happened, that would have probably been my favorite.
Yeah.
Y'all know that Misery was supposed to be in Lotus at one point too. And actually, Hound Dogs had a Misery verse, and Hound Dogs was supposed to be a Dark Lotus song.
There's a Hound Dogs. There's a Hound Dogs song of Misery's. Misery had the Hound Dogs beat before they had it, and it's an actual Misery track.
Yeah, there's a ICP hotline from back in the day that Violent J's talking about Lotus, talking about Misery being in it. Just a bunch of wild ass shit when you hear it. You're like, what?
Vampiro was in Lotus too for a little bit, man. It was so
weird.
If Misery spoke Spanglish on that might sound dark as fuck, dog.
Yeah, it sounded like some talking tongue shit with the way he'd fucking flowed.
What did it say?
Hell yeah. Moving on to question number 2. Favorite Lotus performance you've seen live and in person?
Hands down, Hatchet Rising. No fucking question. That's the GOAT tour. I talk about that tour every fucking episode on my channel on here. Yeah, Hatchet Rising, 01 shit. Big facts.
What's so crazy about Hatchet Rising is it's probably the majority of Juggalos' favorite tour of all time. 0 footage exists of it. 0.
I hate that, but
that's crazy. Like, how it was so heavily attended. Yeah, I hit up our homie Bootleg at the Gathering, who has like, you know, the tape archives of everything, and he's like, I think I have a piece of Dark Lotus, but like Psychopathic wants it for a documentary or something. So literally, he only has like half a song performance. So that's just so weird. I mean, you can find fucking 93 ICP shows online, but you can't find anything from fucking that epic tour. That's crazy.
And
Well, back in the day, motherfuckers was living in the moment, bro.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I think that's probably what made that tour so dope outside of like TwiZtiD and ICP being like partially in their prime. You know what I mean? Like motherfuckers, the energy in there was real because everyone was focused on the same thing. That's one thing I do miss about live shows is like, and I've thought about even doing this in my own shows, being like, you know, no cell phones, just like for the performances, because like there's something about the energy. It's just fucking dope.
That reminds me of Corey Taylor was performing with Slipknot, and he's like, you know, just walking the stage fucking singing, and some dude's on his cell phone like looking at it, and Corey Taylor straight knocks it out of his hand and points at him. He's like, you're at a fucking Slipknot show, stop that shit. I was like, fuck yeah, that's dope. Why the fuck you in a front row of a Slipknot show, your goddamn phone?
Imagine that Iowa era you doing that, you get fucking decapitated, bro.
Clown would have hung you from the stage. You just been a prop.
Sure, what question are we doing?
Performance that you've seen.
I only saw them once, and that was in 04 Black Ring Tour at the Odeon. That's the only time I saw them. I've told the stories about that show a bunch of times on here about how I forget who it was. I think one of the Bones Thugs and Harmony was supposed to be there, but they fucking had a warrant out for their arrest in Cleveland, so they couldn't perform.
Sound like busy.
Yeah, it was a fucking wild show. I talk about how I got pushed up front, like into the barricade and shit, got smashed like a motherfucker, bro.
It's dope. You got to see an actual Lotus show, like on tour, though.
Yeah. It was. I'm glad I went. At least, you know, saw them then. 04, so Black Rain, which is one of my probably second favorite Lotus record.
I'd have to say, I think my favorite Lotus performance would probably be the first one I saw, and that'd be 09 at the Gathering. That shit was lit, bro. Like, it's not even that the performance stood out to other Lotus performances. You know what I'm saying? But it's like that first time you're seeing that thing that you've hyped up so much in your fucking head. You know what I'm saying? And in your heart. Like, I don't know. That shit was just magic, bro. Everybody after the Lotus performance, you know what I'm saying? Fucking Violent J standing at the edge of the stage during Juggalo Family screaming Lotus. So, and like the entire crowd just kept it going for like an hour after they walked off the fucking stage, man. The love was just, I don't know, bro. We don't get shit like that no more. I'll never forget that feeling. Like I said earlier, it's really what inspired me to be doing what I'm doing now.
Yeah. For me, it was either 09 or 10 at the Gathering, because that's the two times that I've seen them, and I went with 2010 just because I like the fucking white suits and masks they were sporting. They were sporting like all white suits and the fucking black tie shit. I just never seen them like that elsewhere, so seeing them like with like a one-off like look like that was pretty dope. So I'll go with 2010, but 09 was just as dope, like Logan was talking about. Moving on to question number 3: best Lotus merch of all time.
Hands down, I have to own it every time I talk about shit like this. It's that like burgundy red 01 jersey.
Yeah. The football jersey you're talking about with the sleeves.
Yeah. Every jug had that shit. The weed plug juggalos. Massachusetts is a big clown town, bro. Mad juggalos. And we ran through Durfee High School terrorizing niggas, and we had them jerseys, bro. Flames. That's my favorite. Hands down.
That's the Malenko jersey of Lotus for sure. It's the one everybody thinks of, that classic maroon.
That joint.
Yeah, that's what I had too. That thing was fucking crispy, dude.
Yeah, fresh. Back when the Lets were banging, you feel me? They checking you out and shit. Yeah.
This always comes up.
Mike got the memories about the Lets for the days. Same way as the memories about the fucking whack rappers. He's be coming back to it.
That's legendary jug shit right there. Hall of Fame jug shit. You know, fat kid fucking fine ass Lets, bro. Like classic shit.
So what you had too? The maroon? Yeah, all y'all had the maroon?
Oh, no.
Oh, what you got?
I gotta go with that purple fucking shirt, dog, that with the glittery Lotus shit on it. That shit is so fucking fire. It's so fucking fire. It was just clean. It was just super fucking clean. I think it was a mall shirt even. That shit was fire though. I don't give a fuck.
I think I knew that maroon was going to be picked, so I picked the one that I like because it's super clean. It's the white on white Lotus jerseys. It's just all whited out. I think they rocked them on the Black Rain tour. I always dug those just because they're so fucking clean. I wouldn't want to own one because I'd have it fucking stained up within 15 minutes of wearing it, but it's all fucking just whited out. So I always dug that one because it's so fucking clean looking. And I knew
Rudy rocking that one time, I think.
I've got pictures of them all rocking it on stage. I can't remember which era it was, but I seen that and I was like, damn, that's fucking fresh. But that shit, ain't no way you could ever wear that to the show or it would come back fucking 18 different colors. Moving on to question number 4. What song from Opaque Brotherhood shit got a video?
I got that Keep Up, bro. Keep Up. Not in Flames.
I agree with Mike. But I don't think it should have. I just don't think any of them should have had a video.
Yeah.
I think Lotus is for the Juggalos, man. You know what I'm saying? So like, just fuck promoting it. It shit'll do itself. You know what I'm saying? But
that's kind of like Riders. They only made one video for that I know of.
Yeah, Dr. Fuck Down.
Yeah, and that was even hidden. Like you had to find it hidden inside of a DVD. It was kind of like that Korn DVD where you had to like go through secret things to find it. That's the only way you could find the Rider shit back in the day.
That motherfucking Deuce.
Yeah, that Korn DVD. I hate that shit, man. You spent 30 minutes trying to. I liked all the shit on it, but I hated the way it was set up. It was like a fucking maze. You couldn't just go. You couldn't just play fucking blind video. You had to go through 8 fucking different stages to find where like blind was like fucking hidden somewhere in a wall. It's like, fuck this. I don't want to play a goddamn video game trying to watch a Korn song.
I think like Can You Keep a Secret probably would have made a good video. Or I'd like to see Withering. I'd like to see them do like a serious music video maybe at some time. I don't know, possibly. But I think Can You Keep a Secret would have been fucking dope. Yeah,
I think I went with Can You Keep a Secret because of the fucking lyrics. It's all just murderous fucking shit that you could throw on. It'd be a horror movie fucking music video come to life. So I go with that one. Question number 5. Other albums from 2008 that you dig. It can be underground or mainstream, either or.
All right. Off the top, I got Lil Wayne, The Carter 3, The Game, LAX, Slipknot, Oh Hope Is Gone, Helter Skelter, Dirt, The Incredible Rap Team, Sean Price, RIP, that shit flames, Elzai, The Preface, Ill Bill, The Hour Reprisal, that shit crack, Scarface, Emeritus, Prodigy, and Mobb Deep, HNIC 2, Terminology, Politics as Usual, and Pete Rock, New York's Finest. There you go. That's my always shit.
Pete Rock was putting out shit in 2008.
Yeah, that shit's
like Pete Rock and CL Smooth. Pete Rock. That's
yeah,
wild.
yeah. That's why I fuck with S.O.N. A lot of you motherfucking jugs don't know about hip hop, bro.
I'm a hip hop head, bro. I came out freestyling and shit, bro. Like that was my shit.
Yeah, salute to you, my G.
Yeah, Scrub King over here, bro.
Shut up, bitch. I don't know what you're talking about.
Luke over here trying to think of one release from 2008. Mike got 14 of them off the top of his head.
I know. That's what I always do. Just wait till Mike names them all, and then I'm like, well, some of those records.
I know you fuck with Ill Bill, right? So you probably picked that, no?
Yeah, Ill Bill was on there, but the Immortal Technique had a record, The Third World.
Oh, that Third World is fucking fluff. Got that. Chino XL said, you don't lick shots like police licking, not the feds. You lick shots like Jenna Jameson and Superhead. That dude was nasty. Even though he dissed the clowns, fuck him for that. But yeah, that line was flame.
Yeah, I'm definitely. I didn't know the Carter 3 came out in fucking 2008.
Yeah,
that's a classic, bro. I don't give. That's when Wayne was like dope.
Fuck yeah, that shit's hard.
I didn't like it at the time. You know what I'm saying? Because at the time in 2008, I was really, really into the Juggalo shit. You know what I'm saying? So like, I'll say that's probably one of my favorite records from 2008. Wicked came out in 2008 too, didn't it?
09,
I think.
Oh shit, you sure?
I think so.
Some wax psychopathic shit came out over like ABK Mudface. That shit is terrible.
Mudface is garbage, bro. Oh my god.
Fucking shit face, so I call it.
I'm so muddy.
I was still gonna say somebody I know refers to that record as shit face. So I guess it's Mike.
Yeah, Wicked came out in March 2009.
Oh well,
that's right. It came out on St. Patrick's Day. That's right.
Hold on, I'm looking it up because I know there's a couple I'm missing. I'm looking. Yeah, we was gonna go with the Carter 3 because I don't know what else to say. Oh, 808s and Heartbreak came out then, and fuck it, I fuck with you.
Yeah, Gabe's a dude, bro.
Oh, hell yeah. All right, Mike Sears is my dude.
Fuck yeah, you already know I rock with you, bro. I need that Granda's Eyes on CD.
October, bro.
Shit, bro. You know?
October.
Oh, hell
promise.
Hell yeah. Hell yeah. Finally, hell yeah.
I learned from Esham, though, if I keep supply low, then demand goes up. You know what I'm saying? So when I get them in, they'll be gone. Because I don't know if y'all remember how the RLP store used to run, but that shit would like be able to like 2 or 3 drops a year.
Bro,
you know what I mean? You either got that shit or you got left out.
When that Judgment Day box that came out in 06, I had my girl's laptop at the time. I lost out. I envy Rome Bone and my nigga Ross Harley from Speaky Clout that got that shit. I got it digitally now, but I want the hard copy one day.
That's one of my favorite rappers that I feel like I don't talk about enough too is Esham, man.
Fuck
like his
my favorite rapper, period.
I fucking love E. Like, I mean, like, I don't really care for a lot of his later music, but that don't take away from the greatness of what the fuck he did, bro. That original acid rap shit. And that's one thing I will give Kurt, like, from Bedlam credit for. I don't like him as an artist at all whatsoever, but
garbage, man.
I'm happy that he helped coin the term acid rap and helped push Esham. You know what I'm saying?
And it's pronounced Esham, not Esham.
Yeah. I know. Some Moby looking motherfuckers don't want to talk about the God.
Yeah. Trying to tell people about ICP, fucking calling Esham the whole time. Like, that's fucking suspect as a motherfucker. What the fuck you want to listen to the rest of that goddamn video for?
Glorious ass nigga, fuck out of here.
Yeah. Me and Mike started talking about it. Also, we were fucking in 2001 ready to get that dude's shirt and chain.
Get out of here. Okay. You're to run your pockets.
Not that bad, guys.
I thought that shit was why I got personally offended.
Likewise. Esham.
Yeah. Speaking of Esham, we're fucking doing a 5-piece in September about him. So if you want to learn about Esham, kick it over here, not on that fuck channel.
It's the Bible, motherfucker, right here, G.
Bro, oh, that shit's so gas, bro.
Big facts.
Ooh.
Big facts. Yeah.
I still got my 08 records to say. Same with Mike. All Hope Is Gone from Slipknot, LAX by The Game. Crimson Creek by Boondocks is one. I think it might have been the best fucking psychopathic album other than the fucking Brotherhood. It's my favorite Boondocks, so I'll go Crimson Creek. And the last one I had is Killer by Tech 9.
Oh, Killer, yeah.
All right. Yeah. I think that might Killer and Opaque Brotherhood probably the biggest releases of that year. As far as like our world.
Yeah, Killer's another one. I remember that because that was like the next one I bought after Opaque Brotherhood and put it on my fucking iPhone. It was out around the same time. So then I looked it up and I was like, damn, it did come out in 08. So yeah, Killer by Tech 9.
7 words I wanna say to you. Love it when you suck my dick. Cause Calico killed that shit.
Oh yeah, man.
That Hope for a Higher Power was my joint, man. That shit was gas.
Hell yeah, Killer is fire, bro.
Yeah,
that fucking. I think it opens up the fucking album. It's pretty dope.
Yeah, that album is fire. Underrated as fuck, dog.
Agreed. Well, that was like the prime. Like that's some of the prime Tech 9. You know what I'm saying?
That's right before KOD.
Yeah, KOD was his peak for me. After that, I didn't really fuck with Tech like that. Like I'm gonna be real. I like the, I think it was, what the fuck was the one with Wayne on it? The all 6s and 7s joint. I feel like all 6s and 7s was like Tex Malenko. You know what I'm saying? Like everybody fucked with Tech after that.
That's a good way of putting it.
Yeah, like on some, but that's when I fell off with him. I don't know. I feel like I don't know. We ain't gonna get into it.
Yeah, that's because old Jugs found him like way earlier than that. Like,
back in the day when you go to a Tech 9 show, it looked like an ICP or a Twisted show. It was nothing but Juggalos.
Yeah. If it wasn't around like KC Mo, for sure. If you were in like Michigan or fucking Boston or some shit like that, it was 90% Juggalos in this fucking crowd for sure.
The one shows I go to in Cleveland at Peabody's, brother, it was nothing but Juggalos. You didn't see normal people there. And the pits were fucking harder than they be for TwiZtiD and ICP shows sometimes. It was weird as fuck. I loved it though.
Yeah, classic era for sure. I remember seeing the Bang Pow Boom tour, and Tech had his promo team out, like handing out fucking flyers and posters promoting KOD. So I got like a cardboard, like stock fucking KOD poster just for free, just standing out there, man. So yeah, he used to hype up the Juggalos for sure on his fucking promos.
King of Darkness.
Before we get out of here, go ahead and have Luke talk about anything he wants to do with Goon management, anything he's got going on with S.O.N. or anything like that. We can prop and promote before we get out of here.
Yeah, well, we're setting up this tour right here, the Dismember November tour with Oh the Horror Dean and Noise 13. If you're a booker, send me an email, goonsmanagement@gmail.com. We're probably going to hit up mostly the West Coast, but we're definitely going to try to hit up the Midwest a lot too. And then obviously we got the Sam Hain ceremony. October 29th, Carl's Tavern. If you're going to the Hallowicked, if you're going to Bloody Sunday, come by here first, motherfucker. It ain't that far away, like maybe hour and a half, 2 hours. Tickets will be on sale shortly after this goes up, I think. Probably by the end of the week. We're recording this a little bit early, so yeah, I mean, Clockwork Geek, Keegan Graham, Dean, Noise 13, Grim, Vile House, fucking DJ Rascal. I know that motherfucker's watching right now. He will be there as well, DJing.
Listen, if you're in the area, for the festivities of Halloween already, there's no reason you shouldn't come and stop by. It's not that far from Detroit, and plus, like, when you step into the venue, you'll understand how much love goes into the event, and the entire thing is just designed to be an experience for you. You know what I mean? So come through, fucking party with Legion for a little bit. I promise you won't regret making the trip.
Yeah.
We'll have VIP and all that shit up, like VIP and regular tickets up on the Legion Realm store. Well, it's legionrealm.net, but then you click on the merch store, hopefully by Saturday.
I mean, anybody that's seen S.O.N. live knows he puts it down. He did it at the Camp Zool, did it big.
I'm gonna ship this subway at 8 o'clock in the morning tomorrow.
had fucking the crowd chanting S.O.N. That's like that was the only time I heard anybody doing that outside of LLE, dude. So like he put it on for sure. So check that shit out whenever you have an opportunity near you.
This is gonna be like an evolving day too. Like I can't say too much, but that date is just gonna be like the start of a new era for myself, and so it's gonna be super exciting.
You know, I'm not on that fluff shit. I ain't saying it because the dude's right here, but S.O.N, one of the dopest MCs I ever heard in this scene. So did
Thank you,
fucking
brother.
with it. Cop that Grand Eyes, stream that shit. That shit is fucking pure piff. So yeah.
We all know Mike ain't fronting. We all know Mike ain't fronting for nobody. That's that kid that he chucked his fucking CD across the fucking.
Fuck out of here. And yo, I tell every fucking episode I get, I'm like, yo, I need that Grand Eyes. Every
It's been discussed on this program at least 6 times.
It's coming. I got you, bro.
Yeah, we definitely got a copy for you, sir.
Fuck yeah, dogs.
Till next week, I remind you once again every Thursday on Fagel Lovers, 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Check out a new episode of 5 Piece. Till then, I'm the Jokerz Gallery. This is 5 Piece. We out.
Bing bong.
Peace.
Bing bong.
The following announcement has been paid for by the New World Order.